is dedicated to artificial intelligence in design and idea creations. So, and the series of Explorer Clinic, this is our second session. आज दूसरा सेशन है. इससे पहले हमने FTA का लिया था with regard to US and UK, और आज हमारा ये दूसरा सेशन है. हमारे साथ हमारे एस्टीम फैकल्टी हैं डॉक्टर कौस्तव सेन गुप्ता, जो कि एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर हैं निफ्ट में एंड डिजाइनर डायरेक्टर विजन नेक्स्ट, and he's an academician, futurist, and AI analyst. So we are welcoming you, sir, for this session. Or this session will be after a short presentation by Dr. Sen Gupta ji. Then we'll have the interactive session. तो आप एक बार सर का पहले presentation ले लें, और जो भी आपकी queries और questions हैं, then we will take at one go. So I welcome you, sir. Now mic is with you. You can start the session, sir.
Namaskar. Welcome to everyone. Let me share my screen and then we'll start. रजत जी एक बार कंफर्म कर दीजिए स्क्रीन दिख रहा है यार.
हाँ सर, स्क्रीन दिख रहा है.
थैंक यू.
आप इसको पीपीटी मोड में कर लेंगे सर तो और अच्छा रहेगा.
तो वही मोड में कर लिया. अभी डिस्प्ले मोड में हो गया मेरे ख्याल से.
जी जी.
एक मिनट मैं इसको साइड. ठीक. So we'll start the session. I just had a little data set for you. आप देखिए यहाँ पे मैं just data sheet शेयर किया है कि बाकी इंडस्ट्रीज में कैसे हो रहा है, कि बोलने के अराउंड 61% of the design professionals are now using AI tools. So maybe आप लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, you are all using it. We are just trying to sharpen your skills on those toolkits, how to use it towards design or creating image. It's also very interesting to say that 45% of the work of a graphic designer is now reduced with AI. Also, industries, including fashion houses, are using AI for customizing research. So today's presentation will be mostly into Gen AI and creating design concepts. Maybe we'll have another presentation later on to talk about how to use AI to create your cost sheets, proposals, which is basically text-based. So we can have a separate session for this. So this will be more on image sessions. I will just move on. So if you have been in my last presentation, which took place in the fair, there I showed how you can create interesting images without a camera, without a studio and all the other facilities. So these images I showed you. There's no bag as this. bag ऐसा है ही नहीं. बैग डिजाइन किया गया है AI में, उसको यहाँ पे रेंडरिंग किया है, और इसका लाइटिंग भी एंटायरली मशीन में किया गया है. और ये बहुत सिंपल है, बहुत डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. एंड दिस कैन बी डन इन बेसिक एप्स. आपका मोबाइल फोन में भी हो सकता है, लैपटॉप में भी हो सकता है. ये हम लोग दिखाए थे लास्ट प्रेजेंटेशन में. आई शोड यू ऑल ऑफ दिस and how it works. So you can see the lighting effect and all these things can be done. Today what we are going to move on is a little more than that. So all of this image what you are seeing is done in your basic WhatsApp. So what you are seeing in the left side of an image, where you can see a bag in the rain, it's basically a Gucci bag. Then on the top we modified it. This all can be done in your basic WhatsApp. There's one app called Meta AI which is there in your WhatsApp. And उसमें अगर हम लोग टेक्स्ट प्रॉम्प्ट डालेंगे, तो हम थोड़ा बाद में बता रहा हूँ प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग क्या है. So prompt डालेंगे तो it can also give you this kind of images. So I showed all of these in the last presentation at the fair, at the seminar in the fair. I also showed that a little GIF can be created, and this is again created inside that basic tool in WhatsApp, Meta AI. However, you can see this is not perfect, and you can see that the raindrops hanging from the bags are not falling. That means the tool was not perfect as such. It was under the refinement. Now let me show you what you can do now as such. ये हो सकता है, we can do a sketch, and that's all can be done manually. So now today, for a requirement of a design rendering photo shoot, including that print on the chair what you are seeing in the next image, all of this can be done in machine. What all we require is a human sketch, a basic human sketch. Even the sketch can be done in machine, but if you can do your unique sketch and add it there in the in a prompt engineering platform like basics, like even you can use ChatGPT. So what you are seeing is done in a platform called Sora. And then it's not only an image, it's also a video. So you can see all of these can be converted into an easy video just based on one single sketch. And that is important to see that in that case, you don't require a studio, you don't require a setup, you don't require to design even the prints. The prints in the chair and the lampshades are all created by a machine. And machine means your basic computer with prompt engineering. Now, how we can do beyond that is platforms like Sora. So Sora is a platform, if you have a subscription of ChatGPT, and with that you can access to DAL-E and you can also access to Sora. So Sora is a platform which is available as a package inside OpenAI if you can have a basic subscription. So if you can have a Sora, you can actually create a ramp show. So what you can see here, this lady, the bag, the background, everything is made in AI with simple prompts. And the bag is not existing, these dresses are not existing, all of this done in machine learning. And you can see that, I will run it again. And this, you can see the video is perfect. So you actually don't need a fashion shoot. You don't need a photographer to shoot the products also as such. Uh, so the machine learning basically in the concept of Gen AI has moved into a different level. Now the levels are pretty interesting where basically you can look at a basic concept like the bag. What you are seeing in my left side is basically the one which is being hand drawn. Now hand drawn bag can be taken into a prompt engineering platform. Then you can design a print and you can add a print on top of it. So the cat print was basically done in a machine and added here. I will show you how we did it. And then you can also do a fashion shoot like this, which is absolutely free. And you can do it without a model. You don't need a background, you don't need a studio. So these three steps, the three steps of creating a print, designing a bag, rendering it on the top of the bag, and the photo shoot can be done in basic Gen AI with prompt engineering. We can also do a very interesting, this is what I showed in the last presentation also, where I said that a bag which is available or a furniture which is available can be taken and converted into a line drawing. And with that line drawing, we can also create a very interesting photo shoot. So this photo shoot, this entire photo shoot is done in machine. There's no swimming pool, there's no leaves, there's no texture on the bag. So I change the color and the texture of the bag. I did a photo shoot, and also I use the same texture of the bag and the background, and I took the same sketch which was earlier and gave a simple prompt. The prompt was basic. It says use the shape of a bag in line drawing and convert it into an image as shown, and it has done that. So the system has become so smart that you can give a basic prompt and it can also take up the basic prompt to convert it into an image. When we say something called prompt engineering, there are multiple layers of it. So I'm just showing you the three layers of the same prompt. The first layer is basically a basic prompt. Basically, it says that take these two images in my left side, and I'm just showing a screen capture of ChatGPT, GPT-5. It says that create a texture, print mixing both the artworks, use the same color codes. I have generated a color code and added a color code as the paintings. So I took two paintings, joined them together to create one print. And then you can go for a complex prompt. So complex prompt is the one which is below that, which is a little detailed. And then we say what kind of angle we want, what kind of prints we want. We need a lighting suggestion and all of this. So this is a basic, we call them unlayered prompt. Unlayered prompts are basic prompts where we don't have multiple layers as such. Multiple instructions are not there under the same prompt. Now the second one, what you are seeing is a multi-layered prompt where you are having at least 4 layers. That means you are telling what is the content, you are telling what kind of a photo shoot you require, what should be the camera. You're also telling what kind of artwork reference you are giving, and then the kind of a reference of the lens and the your aperture and the depth of field. So if we can add that much, then the prompt becomes wider, broader, and then it can create a better image. Then you have the third one. What basically you are seeing is a prompt which is basically to create a code. So if you need to create a little micro movie, then you have to create a script. For that, a detailed coded prompt is needed, and that is what you can see. We have created a coded prompt using ChatGPT. So that coded prompt can be used for creating a film or a kind of a movie of the same bag, which can move and show, shoot it. I'll show you that also. And then you have a fourth layer where basically with the prompt, I am creating basic Pantone color shades with a hex code. And all of these are taken from the first print what is being developed, that cat one. From the cat and the texture, I created a print, and then that print converted into a bag. The bag also gave me a proper Pantone shade card. Now here is a little surprise that Pantone shade card, what it is giving, it is only giving the digital Pantone code. So there you have to go to manual Pantone book and match the Pantone color shades, so that we know that the textile and the leather and others have a TPC or TPX. That Pantone number can be found with the manual color code book. So this is the basic structure of a prompt layer, like means unlayered prompt, multi-layered prompt, and then you can also domain specific prompt, which can be given. What is prompt? Prompt is basically a set of natural language. We have a set of language instructions, which can be a sentence, it can be a paragraph, or it can be even a code. You can give in a code, and then it can create a output through that. The entire outcome as an image depends on the quality of the prompt. Anybody can write 2 lines, but it's not about writing 2 lines. It's writing the right elements which is required in a prompt. What all are required? 3 things are required. One is a skill to write a prompt. How to write a prompt is a skill. It's an engineering skill. Then we have a basic requirement. We call them as a domain knowledge. That means if it's a bag, then somebody needs to know the detailing of the bag. That means you have to write what should be the leather, what should be the structure, what it can be the zipper, what should be the size of the zipper, finish of the zipper. So there is a requirement of a domain knowledge. So somebody who's good in furniture can create a great prompt for designing a furniture. And then the third one is the understanding of the need, why this particular image is required or the video is required. Would you like to show it to an American buyer? So if it's an American buyer, the background needs to be done accordingly. If you'd like to do something in a different format, then the format has to be told to the machine. Accordingly, the machine can create. So understanding the outcome, what is the requirement? Where it will be there, is it will be a living room furniture or it will be a bedroom furniture. So that understanding is very important. So skill of prompt writing, domain knowledge, and understanding of the output. These 3 are basics to actually work on GenAI. And then we can also create something called as an architecture. So basically what you are seeing is a set of architectures which are very important at this moment to look at it. So if you are looking at it, you can see there's a format. The format starts with the task. What is the requirement of this prompt? What this prompt will do? Will it give an image? Will it give a video? Will it give a GIF? What is the task of giving it? And what context? Will it be a context of a bag in a dining table or in a office table? What is the context? And it's good to give an example like so-and-so's bag. It's very important to give an example so that the machine can also find similar images. What should the persona? What should the persona of the bag? Will it be in a serious environment? Will it be in a casual environment? What is the persona? And then you go for a format. Format means you want the image in a 8x8 format, 4x12 format. What will be the format of the output? Will it be a landscape? Will it be a portrait? What should be the format? And then the last one is very important. That means it talks about the tonality. What will be the tonality of it? You mean to say that it should be in a dreamy environment? It should be in an environment where we are talking about how this is going to impact. It will be a natural environment. So the tonality is very important. I'll show you examples of it, don't worry. But these 6 components are very important when we are designing a prompt. I showed it in the last presentation, but I'm repeating it here, this slide, because it's important to see the basics of prompt engineering. Now, when we do a video prompt, because this is a little next level of talking about. So when we do a video prompt, it's very important also to talk about a visual style and camera perspective. What should be the camera perspective? Will it be a bird's eye view? Will it be a pan? Will it be a focus? What kind of the camera will be zooming out, zooming in? So that all will be added, and the visual style of it. So these are basics for creating a video prompt. Like this one, I'm just giving an example of a basic prompt in Sora. So this is about the kind of a little GIF which you'd like to create. So if you remember that image where I showed the bag in a swimming pool, that kind of a image requires this kind of a prompt, basics. And then I will show you 2 projects, which is very important. One project I showed you about the chair and the furniture, and then I'll show you a back project, how normally I proceed. So these are the projects which I did. So I'm just showing you all this. So for example, you would like to create a print for this chair. So for example, you would like to create a textile print, and I'll show you how these textile prints are created. So when we move, you can see that, say, for example, I would like to mix this elephant print in this side to the floral print in the other side. I hope the slides are moving. You let me know if the slides are stuck at any time, because I don't understand when the slides are not moving. So I'm just showing you two pictures. One is an image of elephants, and then the other side is an image with the florals. I'd like to mix them together to create one print. And I have also given a prompt that in this two print mix, I also want a pink color rabbit, which looks a little quirky and interesting. So the machine gave me this one, which is interesting. So it took the elephant, it took the florals, it also listened to my request for adding a rabbit, and it gave me a print. Now, this particular print can be also converted into a weave. If you can create it into a weave pattern and repeat, then it can be also converted into a weave. Now, I would like to use this in the furniture, what I have sketched. So what I also got is that you can see that the deliverable comes like this. It also comes like a tapestry deliverable. It will tell me, it will give me the art plates also. It will give me the art plates in context of a PNG, JPG, PDF, and it gives me basics and detailed art plate also, which with the direct download links. So if I want to have this one, I can tell them a machine that I would like to have a PNG, JPEG, and a PDF, and machine will give me these three elements as such as this particular prompts. And I'm just showing you what can be done with basic Chat GPT 5. If we have a subscription of Chat GPT 5, you can be getting all this easily done. And then it also gives me a Pantone shape card.
डॉक्टर सॉरी टू डिस्टर्ब यू कुछ लोगों का मैसेज है कि आप थोड़ा सा स्लो चलें.
Acha, okay, I'll go slow because I have a time bound and it's, I think, 20 minutes, but it's okay. I'll go slow. No issues. Anybody wants me to move to any slide and restart from any slide, or I can proceed from here? Okay. Okay, so I will start from, I'll move slow from this slide. Everything is going very fast. Most of the people don't even know how to get Sora and how to use it. Okay, so okay, I understand. Sora is related to GPT, and you can always, if you have a subscription to GPT, you can always go to Sora and just use Sora, your GPT subscription for Sora. Sora is nothing. It's a platform. It's a free platform if we have a GPT subscription. And Sora is easy to use. It's you can use in a laptop, you can use in a mobile phone, and it's very basic and very easy to use it. That's for majorly video creation. Image creation can easily done in ChatGPT. Today, I'm only talking about ChatGPT's DALL-E. I'm not going for Midjourney. Midjourney is slightly difficult. ChatGPT's DALL-E is much easier. So what I'm trying to tell you is this, all these works can be done in ChatGPT basic DALL-E. And all of these, I'm not even going to Sora yet. I'm still in ChatGPT. And once we create the print, I created the basics of colors. And then from that, PPT, then please stack. Okay. Understand. And you can also create that same print. We can lay it down on top of any furniture. For example, there was a sketch I got, and then I wanted to see how this print will look on the top of this particular furnishing. So I just laid it. It's basic prompt. We can say that, okay, I am adding one texture and a furniture picture. Lay the print of the fabric on the furniture, and it's easy. It can be done easily, and you can see the result is stunning. It basically lays down. It's an easy tool to show the buyer how a particular fabric can look like, and you don't need to even create that fabric in GenAI. You can actually scan a fabric what you have, and you can always use it for rendering it any furniture sketch and say, okay, this is how that particular fabric will look like in a furniture. And then we move into my sketch. When I added this particular sketch, which I have taken, I have sourced this sketch. It's a basic sketch because I wanted to show you a basic sketch can be converted into amazing rendering. So a basic sketch is being added, and I added the same print and says that, okay, lay it down on that particular chair now. And when we create all these instructions in one particular flow in ChatGPT, it actually starts behaving like an AI agent. AI agent means it now knows what you want. If you just add the chair picture and say that lay over the same print which you have used on sofa, it starts using the same printed cushion on top of the furniture. And it's as easy as converting this chair into the particular activity what you are showing in the next picture. It's basically an illustration which is rendered in the machine. So what all is needed is a sketch, a basic sketch, which can also be done by a machine, but I prefer a hand sketch because it still remains a little unique as a style from your side. And then I wanted to have a photogenic image, a photographic image. So I gave a comment where I spoke about the background. I want a evening dusk background. I want a certain yellow light which will come from the window. There should be a furnishing in the window which is open and it's reflecting on the chair. And that's how the furnishing can look like. And I didn't like that cushion, so I converted the cushion into a square cushion on the back. And this is how it's showing. You can see the texture of the fabric. We can also say what kind of fabric you require. You require a thicker fabric, you require brushed cotton, what kind of fabric you want, and then the kind of impact it can be created in GenAI. And I also wanted to see it what all furnitures can be using the same texture and how it will look like. So you can see that you can actually render in different furnitures, and then you can actually bring into a home environment and show how it will look like at that particular environment as part of it. Uh, now I tried this in the final chair. Now this is the chair where I wanted to have a rendering. I tried it in one chair, then created the entire flow of the agent so that the comment starts taking the history and starts showing how the chair will look like. I started rendering it on the chair, the cushions being rendered, basics being done, and you can see even the prints and textures can also show in the side, which basically shows what kind of metal finish I would like to have, or you would like to have a wood finish as such. Now, once this is done, you can see the entire part in one shot. So what I did all in a manual part is a sketch of a chair. Then the rest of the prints being developed by the machine, rendering is done by the machine. Even that lampshade, what you are seeing in the other side, is also done by the machine. So I also wanted an accompanying set because it will look like a collection. So I wanted to have a collection of a side table and the basics of a lampshade in this flow. Once this is done, I tried to do it in a larger context, saying that how it will look. If it's a finish is this. So if it's a wooden finish, how it will look. If it's a metal finish, how it will look. So all of this can be done in the same flow of the chatting. Basically, you are using a chat and then giving a comment, and the comment is creating an exceptional output from the sketch, what you have created. You can also do this sketch or the print by sketching it and bringing it together in the space. This can be very well done in a platform called Midjourney, but Midjourney we are not touching today. Midjourney is slightly difficult, which we'll be touching in the next session. Midjourney is more realistic, Midjourney is more detailed, and Midjourney can be used as a platform for creating better photographic images. So this can be something like these are all done in Midjourney. You can see the complexity of the light, the complexity of the textures, all of this done in machine, and it is hardly taking 2 to 3 minutes max if we are not going for a complicated layered comments as such. These are all Midjourney's way of making it. When we move on the place, I'm just showing you again how it's being done. So these two images being taken, and the comment what is given was basic. I just said that create the artworks using same color codes of the painting. I just gave this two. It gave me this print. And this print, I also got the color code from it because next comment I said that give me a Pantone and hex code shade card in a GIF, in a PPT format. So it gave me the hex code and it gave me a Pantone code and the color names which came as a next output. And because it's very important to have a color code before even proceeding, so I got a color code from them, from the machine, and then I rendered it on the bag. And when I rendered, I only also mentioned not only the the fabrics to be rendered, I also said that I need it in a PDM leather with a piping in black color. I need a golden antique finish zipper, and then the metal zipper with a metal puller. And all of these were written when we gave the instruction as a prompt. So you can see the layers, and then you can see first, second, third image, how it came. And with that, I also said, let's do it. Let's do a photo shoot. So I said that we require a background which is tropical. I need a wooden table because wooden table gives a good texture for that kind of a bag. This is where I said domain knowledge is important. It's very important to know the camera angle. It's very important to know what kind of lighting is required, what kind of shed card is required. So all of this is required. So somebody knowing ChatGPT cannot create a bag unless the person knows the detailing of a bag construction. This is where your domain knowledge is very important, because nobody can create a carpet's rendering unless they knows the kind of a carpet is required, a kind of a weave is required, fabric is required. That is where domain knowledge is very important. Even if I know Gen AI, I cannot create a carpet unless I go deeper to understand a carpet construction. Then only a good carpet rendering image can come out. And then I wanted to have it more dramatic. So I'm just writing it down. I wrote all the details, what is basically required to create this kind of an image. So I wanted an image with a very surreal background and a bird which is off focus and people walking. And you can see the basic technicality I wrote below, the kind of light I require. The photo taken in Provia has to be written, and then the lens capacity, aperture, everything has to be written. So somebody needs to know little more about the photography before creating the image. And then I moved into the video part, where I need a prompt for Sora, which is basically a video generating platform. Again, I'm telling it's free if you have a subscription of OpenAI or ChatGPT. And Sora requires script. So I created a script using ChatGPT, and this is the script, the detailed script of a particular moving object. And it created all these details. And then I went to Sora. So this is a Sora's platform. This is how it looks. And then it will give you 2 to 4 micro videos as part. And you can see that there are 4 options below, whether you require a video or an image. What should be the frame? You want a square frame, you want a rectangular frame. What should be the quality of the video, and how long you want, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. And then how many shots you require. You get 2 videos, 4 videos, and you can select the option here. So this is a Sora platform, what I'm showing you. And then it gives you a little video. So I gave the prompt, and then this is the video what it gave. So basically it's showing a lady carrying that bag, and that's all. That entire video is being done. You can see the shoot. You don't need that that room, but you can write that it will be shooted inside a art exhibition space. And this is how an art gallery is being shown. And that prompt what I'm showing in the left side is the prompt which was used to create this particular video. The video can be much better. This is not the best quality video. You can do amazing videos in Sora, but there are multiple ways of doing it. I'm just showing you a basic way of making these videos as such. Then I wanted color variation. So I wanted to have a color which is basically a family of greens. So I wanted that particular color variation. I wanted a leather puller rather than a metal puller. So all of this can be done once your bag's agent or the formation of the comments being written, and then you can create multiple. With this, we also created photo shoot. So in photo shoot, what you require is a reference photograph. Basic reference photographs can be taken from anywhere in internet. You can see that the photograph is low resolution. That's why it's pretty blurred. So even a blur image can be used. So I used a basic blurred image, and you can see the sharpness what you got in our right side. I wanted the same lady, but I wanted her to carry the bag what I created, and she is carrying that bag. I also wanted her to keep the other bag in the side as it is. And the background I wanted to change, lighting I wanted to change, and everything is being done using basic DALL-E as a prompt. And once it's done, I created 3 videos. So our first video is basically a little GIF where you want that image to move slightly, not large. And then you wanted the other video where I wanted a swivel. That means the model is rotating. We call them a swivel video. So this is a swivel video, slight swivel. It shows the side view of the product. And then I wanted a fashion work video of the same bag, which is being created in basic DALL-E. And you can see a basic fashion work. So you can get micro videos, and all these 3 videos are done in Sora. Sora is very easy to do it. And then I moved into the final photo shoot. So final photo shoot, I wanted to take a reference. So I took a Pinterest reference where I wanted a sitting posture, and I wanted a garment and a sitting posture together. And I did a final shoot on the side using the same GPT code, basic GPT code. With that, I wanted to do a Vogue worthy fashion shoot. And this is what was the final fashion shoot, which was done. I just wanted an alien bird at the side. I wanted the light to be reflected, and the basic comments which was given, and the technical details I have given below. You can feed the technical details to get that image. and you wanted to have more shoots, we did more shoots, and all are done based on single basic prompt. We just don't need to go multiple up. One layer of prompt is good enough to create all these images. So I thought this is something which will be interesting, and you can see the detailing of it. You can see the PDM leather. I said it's PDM leather. I wanted a heavy pigmented finish, and the leather texture, you can see it has come exactly the same. And here you don't need to use any 3D software. You can only use basic prompts to create amazing images. Now you'd like to take it to a multiple level, then you can create it into you can take it to other softwares where it could get videos, and you can add audio mix, and then you can do a fashion shoot and all of them. I wanted the bag handles to have a the finish, the edge finishing is to be there, and you can see that the bag handles have an edge finishing of a contrast color. But in that case, one needs to know about the bag. They needs to know that there is something called edge finishing, there's something called contrast stitching, there might be something called a metal zipper, which is basically a metal zipper of number 5 or number 3, and all of these has to be known to an individual before they creates a prompt or create a perfect image. So this is what we tried to do this, and there was a time limit, so I tried to make a small presentation, and this was also done in the same platform. So I'll stop the presentation. You can ask me question. You can ask me to show any particular slide. I can go back. No problem. Thank you. I'm stopping it.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू फॉर अ वेरी नाइस प्रेजेंटेशन। आपके जो मैं समझ पाया कि हमें 3 चीजों का ध्यान रखना है। एक तो हमें डोमेन नॉलेज होनी चाहिए कि हमें क्या करना है,
हाँ जी,
देन अ स्किल ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग, देन हमें आउटपुट क्या चाहिए।
हाँ जी,
इसमें आपने एक सोरा का नाम लिया जो कि इट्स व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड इज अ वीडियो मेकिंग प्लेटफॉर्म। So
हाँ।
with that, we open the forum for the questions. आप अपना हैंड रेस करके अपना क्वेश्चन रेस कर सकते हैं, देन विल टेक अप वन बाय वन। आई थिंक चिराग महेश्वरी जी, आप अपना क्वेश्चन ले सकते हैं प्लीज।
आई थिंक चिराग जी पूछ रहे हैं कि द बेसिक आर्ट इज प्रॉम्प्ट, हाउ टू लर्न दैट, है ना?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
सो इसके लिए इजी है चिराग जी, आपको प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग सीखना है तो बेसिक आप क्वारा में जा सॉरी आप यूडीएमआई में जा सकते हैं।
आप जहाँ पे आ रहे हैं।
अच्छा, प्लेटफॉर्म्स है बहुत सारा, कोर्सेरा में है, यूडीएमआई में है। आपको प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग सीखना है तो वहां पे भी जा सकते हैं। 1 हफ्ते का कोर्स है, 2 हफ्ते का कोर्स है। नहीं तो मैं ईपीसीएच से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, मे बी 2 दिन का या 1 दिन का एक वर्कशॉप अरेंज किया जाए जहाँ पे सिखाया जा सकता है प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग बेसिक्स जो है, हो सकता है। आपका माइक बंद है राजत जी।
हेलो।
हाँ जी,
अनूप जी प्लीज।
हाँ, so Dr. Sen, namaskar. This is Anup Rana.
नमस्कार,
Yeah,
बोलिए
you must be
बोलिए।
knowing me. Okay, so like you have given very nice detail about Sora and Chat GPT-5 and all. So what are the other tools are available for these graphics, like motion conversion from the sketch to the what are the other AI tools are there? Can you say something, like can you give some more on this, the AI tools?
आपको आपको अगर जेनएआई, बिकॉज एआई इज अ वास्ट डोमेन, सो आपको पहले तो डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा क्या करेंगे। इफ वी आर डूइंग समथिंग रिलेटेड टू इमेज, अगर
हाँ,
अगर वी हैव इमेज में भी दो है, एक है स्टिल इमेज और एक है मूविंग इमेज। सो अगर स्टिल इमेज में काम करना है आपको, अगर इमेजरी में काम करना है या ग्राफिक्स में काम करना है, तो मिड जर्नी हो सकता है, स्टेबल डिफ्यूजन हो सकता है। ये दो मोस्ट प्रोमिनेंट प्लेटफॉर्म्स है। मिड जर्नी में तो बहुत सारा काम हो सकता है, बट स्टेबल डिफ्यूजन भी है जहां पे बहुत सारा हो सकता है। बट इसके लिए दूसरा भी है जो बहुत छोटा है, जैसे कि एक एंजेलो करके है, जो एक लियोनार्डो करके है, जो मोबाइल फोन में होता है। आप मोबाइल फोन में भी कर सकते हैं, ये बेसिक है। और ये ज्यादातर, जैसे कि ये लियोनार्डो जो है वो फ्री है, मैं मेरे पास भी है, मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ। ये जो है ये लियोनार्डो करके है, ये भी फ्री है, सॉरी ये फ्री प्लेटफॉर्म है, यहाँ पे भी हो सकता है। ये ऐसे
okay,
जैसे बहुत सारा एप्स है, आप एप्स यूज कर सकते हैं जो मोबाइल फोन में हो सकता है। बट मोस्ट पॉपुलर ये है को जो दाली है, जो चैट जीपीटी ने दाली को खरीद लिया है। दाली इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट यूजफुल प्लेटफॉर्म। तो इसीलिए आप चैट जीपीटी को यूज करेंगे तो इसका हिस्ट्री रहेगा आपके पास। उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं एजेंट। तो एक ही टाइप का अगर कमेंट देंगे कि बैग बनाने का, तो मशीन सीख जाता है उससे। उसको बोलते हैं
ठीक
कि
है।
हाँ तो
I got it.
हाँ,
I got it. What about the technical sheet? ऐसा कोई ऐप है जिससे AI ऐप है जिससे टेक्निकल शीट बन जाए बच्चों के लिए?
टेक शीट के लिए अभी तक तो
फ्लैट
कुछ ऐसा
स्केचेस और टेक्निकल
हाँ,
शीट्स।
अगर आपको फ्लैट स्केच चाहिए तो फ्लैट स्केच हो जा सकता है, कि कोई अगर फोटोग्राफ देंगे उसको बोलेंगे कैट ड्राइंग में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए, और डाली में ही हो सकता है,
अच्छा,
हो
डाली में
जाता
हो
है।
सकता।
पर
ओके।
अगर आपको हाँ, हदाद में हो सकता है, आपको कमेंट में देना पड़ेगा क्रिएट कैट शीट्स विथ सो एंड सो फॉर्मेट, आपको फॉर्मेट सीवीसी फॉर्मेट कौन से फॉर्मेट में जो आपको लिख देंगे वहां पे, तो दाली में दे देता है, वो है। पर उसका रिलायबिलिटी आई डोंट बिलीव दैट, बिकॉज द रिलायबिलिटी अभी तक आया नहीं है कि उसका डिटेलिंग सही है या नहीं है।
ओके।
थैंक यू
तो
अनुज जी।
हाँ, तो
नेक्स्ट
आर्किटेक्चर में आया है कुछ, बट अभी प्रोडक्ट में अभी तक आया नहीं, बिकॉज आई वाज जस्ट रीडिंग दैट मोस्टली इमेज या कॉन्सेप्ट डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए जेएनएआई इज वेरी गुड, बट टेक्निकल डिटेल्स के लिए अभी भी ह्यूमन सोर्स चाहिए।
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
अनुज जी, आई थिंक आपका क्वेरी का आंसर हो गया है, सर ने बड़े अच्छे से समझाया है।
हाँ
हम
जी।
नेक्स्ट लेते हैं काजा बंथा नवाज जी।
सर
हाँ जी, बोलिए सर।
गुड इवनिंग
काजा जी
सर।
अपना क्वेश्चन रेज करें।
सर
हाँ
गुड
बोलिए।
इवनिंग सर।
गुड इवनिंग।
Sir, the generative AI and copyright and responsible AI related things I want.
एनी
Copyright,
टिल
copyright
नाउ,
issues.
legally every piece of gen AI is copyright free, because that every product is unique, there's no copyright on it, because we say that it's legally correct. There's no rule generated yet saying that you cannot use an inspiration to create a product. Ethics, yes, you can always tell from where you got the basic inspiration, and that is fine. Like for example, Van Gogh painting inspired print for the chair. That's okay. We can write that Van Gogh's print. But there is no copyright of each product created, because each product is copyright free. It remains unique. You cannot create the same image again.
Yeah.
So it goes into free copyright. It's not yet legally proven that the product can be coming under the copyright as part of it. However, ethics, yes, we can always say from where we took the inspiration. And that is our
Yes.
ethical part of saying it. And I think that's good to tell.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the participant, or then we will take one by one the question raised in the chat. डॉक्टर साहब, हम लोग चैट में से क्वेश्चन लेते हैं, काफी लोगों की क्वेरीज हैं।
हाँ, मैं वही देख रहा हूँ, चैट में क्वेश्चन है। चैट में एक क्वेश्चन है, आर दो शॉर्ट टर्म ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज सफिशिएंट टू डेवलप AI application skills for non-technical design people? I will suggest that it's not only about the courses, it's also about practice. So like for example, I spent around 6 to 7 hours around time after my office hours to just to sit and explore and keep on creating. So it's a practice. It's almost similar to learning sketches. Until unless you practice, we cannot do that. So only the courses will tell you the basic toolkits, but it will not tell you how to use it, where to use it, which one to use where. So the more we practice, more we create, we understand the bottlenecks, and we can proceed further. Yes, the courses are fine. The courses are good to go. Then I can see Arohi's question. She's saying, I am a textile design student. How is AI useful for me and according to the career aspects in textile? GenAI can be used for creating the basic prints. You can use it for creating concepts or inspirations. And from there, you can create your own uniqueness. Now, GenAI cannot give you a unique print. For that, you require a human intervention. But to create a concept like what I did, can we mix this print and that print and create a kind of a print? Is it looking nice? So this kind of a concept development, it's amazing to use GenAI for a student's perspective. But then again, if you are using it, kindly declare that this is created using GenAI, because that ethical declaration is very much needed always. I see Ashish's question. When we create an image or a video file, is there a file size restriction for the download from ChatGPT? It depends on you have a subscription or not subscription. If I use a subscription platform, then there's no downloading limit. You can get an HD also, no issues. But if it's a non-subscription, they always give you a low resolution as such. Can you help us to learn different layers of prompts, fashion design development? Can we do everything using ChatGPT? We cannot do everything using ChatGPT. We can only create concepts. We can create illustrations, but when it comes to product and its technicality, I always prefer a human being intervenes, because the weight of the fabric, the stitch of the fabric is something where a human being should do it. The concept development part is absolutely fine with the Gen AI. But then when it comes to the final text, technical sheets, your technical drawing, and then the stitching, everything requires a human intervention. Then I see, considering your expertise in AI within the fashion industry, how do you see AI generated photo shoots impacting the traditional ecosystem of professionals such as photographers? See, when we use Gen AI, there's a requirement of creating an image. Yes, we can do that. But when you come to create a unique photo shoot, then you definitely require a photographer. I remember a time when the camera moved from a non-digital to digital, and we thought that the job of the professionals are gone because anybody can shoot a photograph. But still we require photographers, because when it comes to expert photography, you require a unique style, you require a unique light, you always require a photographer. The Gen AI so Gen AI can only help you create some of the images which you can show it to a buyer, saying that this is also looking nice. So buyer understands that, okay, this environment is nicer. But if you would like to do a unique shoot, you always require a photographer in the end. So I strongly believe the job of a photographer is not going if the photographer is having a unique style of a photo shoot.
मशीन और ह्यूमन टच दोनों चाहिए.
दोनों ही चाहिए. And the another part is that even if you are working on a Gen AI photo shoot, the person who is giving the input should know photography, because that person should know what camera, what lens, what kind of a focal length, what kind of a depth of field. Then only they can create a proper prompt for that. So actually you require a photographer to create that particular shoot, details.
Thank you, Doctor. Now we have Rajesh Rawat ji, our additional executive director
Rajesh
in the
ji,
section, and we welcome him. Welcome,
thank
sir.
you.
Good afternoon, ji. How are
Good
you?
afternoon. I'm fine, sir. Thank you for arranging this. I think this is an amazing platform and it helps people a lot. Thank you for this.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm in Jodhpur. I'm not in Delhi.
Oh.
So I couldn't meet you earlier, join you earlier. Now, I hope we have been able to impart the kind of knowledge, the kind of expertise that you have amongst our member exporters, especially on how to use artificial intelligence in curating new products and new designs. So you have been our esteemed faculty for a very long time now, and you have done a lot of physical seminars with us in Delhi and other places. And most of our exporters who have joined us today, they had the benefit of your guidance in the past. And I hope that with today's deliberations, they will be able to learn many more new tricks to adapt artificial intelligence in their day-to-day designing work. So thank you so very much. I hope question and answer session has also been happened, or if there are any other questions, if there are any other question they would like to pose, they are most welcome to do it. Rajesh, are there any more questions?
सर हमने जो कुछ लोगों ने हैंड रेस किया था वो क्वेश्चन तो ले लिया है, and we were taking the questions which are put on the chat.
Okay, go ahead.
I see one chat. Naveed ji has asked.
Doctor, one person from Gautam Bhargava want to ask the question. Gautam ji, please come in.
Hi.
Gautam ji, please come in. Unmute yourself. Gautam ji.
Mr. Gautam Bhargava, you can ask your question.
गौतम जी अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
I think there is
अगर
some
आप नहीं
system
कर पा रहे हैं तो what you can do is, Rajesh, just tell them the email ID where they can pose their question and we can share it with Dr. Sen Gupta and we'll respond to that. That sort of challenge. So chat, any other question is there?
Satpal Sudarshan chat dal.
Gautam ji, if you are not able to unmute, not a problem. You can write in your query or you can write to us an email.
All the members who have joined us are not able to connect or raise the questions. वो अपना जो भी क्वेरी है exporterclinic@epcs.com, जिससे हम ये सर्कुलर और आप लोगों को इनवाइट भेजते हैं. यू कैन राइट योर क्वेश्चंस एंड वी विल गेट बैक टू यू विद द आंसर फ्रॉम आवर एक्सपर्ट फैकल्टी डॉक्टर गुप्ता. सो नॉट एन इशू. आप लोग अपना क्वेश्चन इस सेशन के बाद भी भेज सकते हैं और उसका आपको रिप्लाई आपके ईमेल पे मिल जाएगा. With that, I thank you, sir, for joining us in this session. And Dr. Saab, very nice. And I hope the members will be benefited from this session. And next session, third in the series of the Explorer Clinic, will happen on the branding and visual merchandising in second week of September. And we will post you the email and the other artwork regarding that. So be ready, be join that session also. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining us.
Dr.
Thank you,
Thank
sir,
you very
and
much.
thank you, Dr.
Thank you, everyone who has joined. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Unmute कर दो सुरेश।